Hello and welcome, where we share valuable insights and tips to help you improve your investment skills. Today, we're going to discuss Warren Buffett's mind-blowing quotes that can help you become a successful investor. But before we get started, be sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss on future videos. Price is what you pay, value is what you get. This quote reminds us that investing isn't just about buying a stock at low price, but also understanding the underlying value of the company. If you focus on buying quality companies at a fair price rather than just buying stocks because they're cheap, you're more likely to achieve long-term success. And your portfolio will thank you for that. Another amazing quote by Warren Buffett is, "Be fearful when others are greedy, and greedy when others are fearful." This quote encourages us to be contrarian investors, to go against the herd mentality, to take advantage of the market fluctuations. When everyone is buying, it may be a time to sell. When everyone is selling, it may be a time to buy. So what I like to look at is when the stock dips, and when I'm talking about dip, I mean actually dip, because right now we have other people saying, oh, the stock market is dipping, when it's only down 1% or even 0.6%, and they're like, it's dipping. That's not a dip. I also try to look for opportunities when most people are just buying the stock or hyping it up or just, talking about it constantly. Oh, this stock's going to explode. Oh, this stock's going to gain 50% over time. Try to do my own research. So I try to actually look for when the stock dips 30%, 40%, 20%. And I slowly enter, and then I anticipate for it to drop more. And if it drops another 10%, I add more shares. And if it drops another 5%, I add more shares as it continuously goes down. I don't try to buy stocks when they're going up, because that's not a good idea. It's far better to buy wonderful companies at a fair price than a fair company at a wonderful price. This quote emphasizes the importance of investing in quality companies with a strong competitive advantage and a long-term growth potential. It's better to pay a fair price for a company with a strong future than buy a cheap company that may not be sustainable in the long term or might not have a good business model. And then number 4 on the list, risk comes from not knowing what you're doing. This quote reminds us that investing isn't a gamble. It's a calculated risk. It's an essential to do your due diligence and understand the fundamentals of the company before investing in it. You should always be doing your research. That's what I always tell everyone. Do your research. And another thing I like to tell people is, you carry a laptop around or a computer in your pocket all day, but they fail to do their research. Only invest in companies you believe in and understand their business model. And number 5, our favorite holding period is forever. This quote highlights the importance of long-term investment strategies. The stock market can be volatile in the short term, but quality companies with strong competitive advantages, great balance sheets, will likely perform well in the long term. And by holding onto quality companies for the long term, you can build wealth over time. And this is why Warren Buffett buys stocks like Apple, because in the long term, he knows that Apple's not going anywhere. People are still going to buy Apple products. People are still going to buy iPhones, the newest iPhone, for whatever reason. People don't think about investing. People just think about, oh, I want to get the latest and the newest this. Instead, what if they bought, let's say you bought an iPhone for $1,000. Let's say you bought $1,000 worth of Apple shares. And over time, those Apple shares can pay for that new phone. And you still have that money still remaining. And it's going to earn you dividends because the stock might double. Only when the tide goes out, you discover who's been swimming naked. This quote means that during good times in the market, it's easy for companies and investors to appear successful. For example, when the Fed was printing money, and pumping the markets up and propping them up. Everyone was looking like an amazing investor. Oh, I made 50% returns. Oh, I made 1,000% returns. Oh, I made 100% returns. And then you have people like Cathie Wood's ARK Invest, where her ARK ETFs were all the way up because it was being propped up. But she had a lot of companies that weren't good. However, when there is a market downturn, the true strengths and weaknesses of a companies are revealed. And that's what happened. A lot of these companies lost all their profits. And now their balance sheets, their earnings are looking horrible. The phrase swimming naked means that some investors or companies may have been over-leveraged or taking risks that were not sustainable, and they were exposed when the market turns against them. And that's what's happening right now. In the last one for this video, the stock market is filled with individuals who know the price of everything, but the value of nothing. This quote refers to the idea that many investors focus solely on the price of a stock, rather than the underlying value of the company. They may be too focused on the short-term gains and the market trends, and not to take time to evaluate a company's long-term potential. Warren Buffett believes that successful investors require understanding the true value of a company and investing in it for the long term, rather than simply following the latest market trends or trying to time the market, and you'll never be able to time the market. And these are just a few of many Warren Buffett's mind-blowing quotes that can help you become a successful investor. Remember to focus on the underlying value of the company. Be contrarian, invest in quality companies, do your due diligence, and take the long-term investment approach. So, go out there, improve your investment skills, and remember, the stock market is a device for transferring money from the impatient to patient. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, the like button, and share this video with your friends and family.